from Hensel Gracie, you know, when these guys go for heel hooks, you definitely.
155-pound tournament start now. 10 minutes of grappling following the EBI rules. Introducing first to my left, out of Sarah, BJJ. Welcome, please, James Gonzalez.
James is back here.
Semifinals.
His opponent to my right, out of Dante Rivera, BJJ. Welcome, Ashure Elbanna.
So we have our first semifinal match in our 8-man tournament. James Gonzalez from Serra BJJ versus Ashure Elbanna from Dante Rivera BJJ. Both men had a grueling first round matches that went into overtime, finished by submission in overtime. Once again, 10 minutes, no points, submission only. If there's no submissions during 10 minutes, we go to EBI rules overtime. James Gonzalez in the black gi, Ashure Elbanna in the gray, rash guard. Elbanna in the gray rash guard. Feeling out process on the feet. Gonzalez decides enough of that, sits the guard. He says, hey, this is submission only. I don't get points for that takedown. Let's get to it. Elbanna looking to pick up those legs to try and pass Randy, but we saw in James' match earlier that he has very good leg work. Ooh.
Very nice.
Sets up that omoplata with the overhook from an open guard.
Very nice.
Locks it up. Really tight grip there he has.
He drops, he
drops, goes for
wow.
a leg lock. Woo.
Beautiful transition.
Yes. Looking for that inside heel hook.
Looking to attack on his own, I guess.
And Elbanna looks a little bit uncomfortable in his position, Randy. I don't know if you think the same thing. He's out now. He escapes.
Well, sometimes guys you have to threaten with a submission of your own when it comes to leg lock. Sometimes if you just focus on the escape too much and not try to attack on your own, sometimes that can end up bad.
Your guy gets too comfortable going for that leg lock. You're not presenting it with any danger.
If his legs are there, attack his legs too, and then give him something to think about.
And that's a sign of someone operating at a high level where they're able to work those offensive techniques at the same time if they're putting up a good defense or escaping. Now you see James Gonzalez working from that knee shield half guard position, that Z half guard, I should say. With his left instep inside of the leg, he's using that to try and free his right leg. He has a nice head and arm control. So Elbanna is flattened out in that half guard. And Gonzalez is almost past, but that butterfly hook is keeping him locked up in there. And Elbanna is able to reclaim his guard. Now looking to make a frame, create some space. James deciding how he wants to attack that guard, decides he wants to reset in the center where he has space, and that allows Elbanna to come back on his feet. Gonzalez pulled open guard. He sat to open guard at the beginning of this match, and now it's Elbanna who does the same, immediately looking for a leg lock, but not really too close there, but he went for it.
Both guys very composed here. We've noticed that James was just started off from the beginning in the first match. He was very composed, but both men here are composed in this one. Do you think that's like a testament just because of the fatigue now?
It could be. You know, it's a smart strategy to pace yourself. Obviously, you have to win the match first and foremost, right? So if you don't want to pace yourself too much that you lose. Let's say this as James Gonzalez uses a smash pass to go directly to the mount, driving that right knee behind Elbanna's left knee, and then using that pressure to go directly into the mounted position. You could be right, Randy. I think
Elbanna slowed down
He did slow
down a lot.
And you're right.
But
James
I feel
was
like James
composed earlier.
never he never passed a certain point. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, a lot of control, not wasting too much energy. Now he switches off to Neon Belly. And again, another position that's just brutal to be stuck underneath while your opponent is maintaining that kind of pressure. And in my opinion, Randy, a little bit of a psychological advantage. Someone gets that side control on you and hops up to Neon Belly and is driving that shin across your midsection and restricting your breathing. Not only does it feel awful, but it feels like you're being beat on a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now James really looking for that Kimura.
Reverse grip.
He had that grip. He had the hand on his shoulder and used the pressure to crank it up to extend the arm. He might have it right here. His leg is still caught in that half guard position, but that doesn't mean he can't finish it. He also may choose to bring that left leg around and go for an arm bar. It all depends on what his preference is. It's going to be a hard grip to break from the half guard position.
Well, his leg's out now, so.
Okay, no, now he's in a great position to finish, and he's got that head scissors there. Now it looks like he may be going for that same position we saw him earlier. Back to that north-south Kimura, now to the arm bar. Good transitions by James Gonzalez, giving his opponent some different looks, some different things to worry about. Elbanna trying to use his legs to free himself, and he does. I think
he's on the attack.
He's on the attack on the leg. I think that was also due to his elbow sort of getting out of the picture. Now he sort of has a footlock attempt, also has a little bit of a reverse triangle. James's other foot is in the picture. He's using it. He's doing a good job of kicking the arms.
Well, he's controlling it now.
Yes. Elbanna was controlling it. Yes. Now James going for one of his own. Not happening, and he's back on top with under 4 minutes to go in regulation time. Both fighters have already seen overtime once. But you can tell they're in tremendous physical condition for this match. Now James looking to sit back for that leg lock. He has a good position.
Oh, Elbanna on the attack again.
Elbanna on the attack.
You know what I like about Elbanna is that whenever James threatens him with a heel hook, he goes for his own heel hook. He doesn't just focus on the escape and go on defense. He goes immediately to offense.
And he doesn't panic. He's been threatened with some submissions this entire match, and he really doesn't seem like he's worried. It's not like he's not addressing it. He's definitely working his escapes, but he's not panicking.
And he engages. Look, he walks forward, and he's trying to push the pace. Even though he's slowed down significantly, he's still trying to push.
He is, and you have to respect that. Not to say that James Gonzalez isn't feeling the effects of fatigue by this time. He's been grappling for over 20 minutes if you include the overtimes earlier tonight. So, and again, at a competition pace, this is not training.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, "Oh, well, I've rolled for 20 minutes in training. This is not training. This is a different intensity."
Very true.
He uses one leg to free the other straight into mount. He passed directly into mount earlier in the match. This time he used a little bit of a different technique.
This grip that he goes for every time. I know.
Yeah,
there it is. He's going to cut cross.
Yeah.
He tried that the first time.
That bolt cutter choke,
and
he got it.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Very nice. Very nice.
How often do you see that hit at this level of submission grappling, Randy? That's the kind of move that you maybe pull on a beginner here and there.
Yeah.
No gi.
His last match, he went for that, but he didn't get it. But this time, he stuck with it and he got it.
Many people call that a bolt cutter choke. Some people call it a no-gi baseball bat choke.
I don't know what you call it, but I see it all the time.
Whatever you call it, I call it effective because he made it work. He made it work.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first finalist, a submission winner by choke. He came out of Sarah's BJJ, James Gonzalez.
James Gonzalez with a submission.
He advances to the finals.
Finals of our 8-man, 155 pounds tournament.